one of the biggest challenges, I would say, is how much do I tell them and when?
When you're getting into a new relationship, it's, often, I'd say inevitable that, like Doug is saying, there's going to be triggers, there's going to be things that come up. I think because the damage was done in relationship, a lot of the healing will have to happen in relationship as well.
You have to make sure that you're not, pressuring them into social environments that are going to be, overwhelming for them. So, having clear expectations, saying, I'm going to this gala, I'd like you to come, but if you don't want to come, that's fine, right? So they're not feeling the pressure.
And I would just add to that, and you can't do that unless you're looking after yourself at the same time. Mindfulness and other self-care things like exercise and a variety of things that stabilize you and that are necessary for your own well-being. Because only in that state of well-being that you can be who you would like to be in relating to a person who's having kind of mental health problems.
Sometimes when I've been in the down phase, I know that if my partner was also in her down phase, we just couldn't, it'd just be a mess. But I think you can totally, like me and her were still able to live and have a really fulfilling, healing relationship because we were able to talk about, and sometimes messy, but talk about when I was feeling down and when she was also having a panic attack, how we were going to navigate that. And a lot of it actually was by having another support system that was in place, in the sense that we had other people that we could talk to for support.
My biggest fear when getting to know someone is, well, what happens when they, as the relationship progresses, I can hide what I want, but eventually, I'm gonna slip up and they're gonna learn that I can't regulate emotions so well. They're gonna learn that I'm oversensitive, that depression's a part of me, that addiction will always be a part of me. Eventually it'll come up. And my fear with them knowing these things is I'll appear vulnerable, weak, and eventually when we do have a fight, it will be, the blame will be on the mental illness. That's the reason. Like you're being oversensitive, you're being unreasonable or, crazy. So that has always been my fear.
And I see my illness more as a strength now, in the sense that, I would say I think I'm also very oversensitive, and I now see it because of my partner as I'm more aware. I'm good at reading people, or I have better people skills, or I'm socially intelligent, because that oversensitivity is me picking up on all these different reactions. I've sometimes had to challenge my partner in a very polite and a very kind, from a gentle place way, to confront those thoughts. So if I'm not going to accept 2 + 2 = 5, because we know rationally 2 + 2 = 4. But I know in that moment of anxiety, it's probably not the best time to challenge anything. Just be a supportive partner, listen, point out her strengths, reassure her. But then later on, we can revisit that and be like, when you were in the state, this is what you were thinking. Why is that? And maybe that's something we can explore for next time, because sometimes part of the illness itself is the irrationality of it, especially with certain things, with negative thoughts, negative behaviors. But that doesn't mean you can't accept them unconditionally, but then also try to build something more positive out of that.